Hello friends, now we will start a series of Python in which I will teach you each and everything about Python from scratch. Without wasting our time, let's talk about what we are going to study. So first of all, the main thing is the statement in Python language. So I'll teach you about each and every statement step by step. For that, I'm using Jupyter, and you need to install Anaconda for that, and Anaconda for Python definitely. Once you will install that, you will come to know about the Jupyter. It contains each and everything. So now let's start from the new file. Here I'm going to Python 3, and the new screen will appear soon. Here you can see it's untitled. Once I'll double click it, now we can give it a name. I'm going to give it a name of print, because in this session we will study about print statement. You can see its name is changed. Now let's write the first code, print. Before proceeding further, I want to tell you that Python is a case sensitive language. You can see it's in green color, means that my code is correct. If I write here the capital P, now its color is changed, and now let's execute it. Now it's showing name error because I didn't type the name correctly. Now let's type it here, print. It's executed. Now further, why it's not showing any output? Because I didn't pass any value to it. So let's pass the value, print 1, and let's run. It has typed 1. You can see it's blank space, because in this it's statement I didn't pass any value to it. In second value I have passed a value. Now let's proceed further about the floating point. You can see we are having two values. One is data type. For that we are using integer. In integer we can pass a value which is non-decimal, and further we can pass a value that is in floating point. You can see I am giving here a decimal value 12.3. In another language we have to define, if we talk about Java, C or C sharp, we have to define the language like integer for non-decimal point values, for floating for decimal point value we have to give it a name of float, sometime double, sometime short. But here it's not, we don't need to worry about the integer value. Don't need to remember. The best thing is that the more important and interesting thing is that we can define floating and non-floating point value together. Suppose I'm typing 42 and 42.8. Let's run it. You can see there's a possibility to initiate a value together, and why I'm using this is comma separator. We can separate the values with the help of comma. Now another feature of print statement is string. You can use a inverted commas for that. Suppose I'm writing here Python. Now let's run it, and you can see Python. Now more interesting thing about Python is we can use string, number in a string as well. Now it's not an integer, it's a, we have it's string. Now more interesting things, can we use the string and the value together or not? Let's see. Programming, comma. You can see the best thing is that we can use string and integer together. Now more interesting thing is learning Python. You can see learning Python. Now I'm going to teach you about some signatures. Suppose that I'm using here, let's subscribe my channel. I'm using here SEP equals to this. This is known as signature. In this SEP, what does SEP means? First, let's run it, then I will tell you. Let's subscribe my channel. SEP means separator. We are separating it with blank space. I'm not leaving any space. Now let's copy this statement. Let's paste it here. And now I'm going to use a space here. And now let's run. You can see, let's subscribe my channel. So friends, here what is the meaning of showing you this statement twice? First I use none space, then I use space here. There is a meaning that we can use uh, this separator to separate the value. Now let's again, and here now I'm using a asterisk. Now run. You can see here in this space it's showing me a asterisk. So it's I am sure that now it's clear to you people that how we can arrange our statements according to our need. We can, it's flexibly in print is basically a function. Whatever statement starts with parentheses, it's a function. So in print function we can use integer values, we can use floating point values together, we can use strings and combination of integer, we can use multiple strings, and more interesting thing, we can use a text as well. Let's programming now. Let's programming now. The best thing is that now one thing what I want to teach you is, let's see, programming, comma, Python, just programming, okay? And again, print, programming, again I'm using print, programming, and let's run. You can see it's showing me output, but in lines, in step by step, in new lines. But I want to print all these print statements all together. So what I need to do is, let's copy first. I don't want the new line, okay? Comma, and equals to no space. I'm leaving no space, okay? And equals to no space. Now let's run and check the output. Programming, programming, programming. No spaces there. Now let's paste it, and I want the space, right? And equals to backslash t, comma, and is equals to backslash t. Now let's run. Programming, 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 but this time we are having a space. This means that it's tab. It's leaving a space for approximately of 3 to 4 digits, and it means that tab. Now if you want the new line, so you can just and equals to backslash new line. This it's space sequence basically, if I properly pronounce that word, and equals to backslash n. Now let's run. It's new line. This is the proper statement for new line. I hope friends print statement is clear to you people. If there is any queries or you want to ask me something, so do commit me. And I'm sure this journey is gonna be very long and we are gonna have a lot of fun during learning Python from beginning till advanced. This journey is gonna be together, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching my video.